Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Newman again. This is day 2 for our writing activity, I Love School, this week. So remember, if we were doing this in the classroom, this would be our second day to work on the same book, because sometimes writers need more than one day to complete a book. You can't write a whole entire book in one whole day. If you do, it's going to take a long time, and you want to make sure you do it really good and use all your tools. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pull out your book that you did yesterday. Okay, and I just left mine up here, see? So this is the book I did yesterday. So it says, I Love School. I decorated it, I used color, I put me on it to help the reader know that this is my book, what I love. The shape of the heart is also able to tell it, and it is written by Mrs. Newman. I also have my title, so you've already done that. Then we opened it up, our book, okay? So let's look at the first page. This is the one page we already completed, all right? So it says, I love to teach the alphabet with Mrs. Schneider. Remember, this was our first assignment, what you love to do with your friends. So on your book, you may have decided and you were gonna write and draw some friends like this. Maybe you decided to use shapes for Matman, maybe use stick figures, maybe you got lots of detail, maybe how they have their hair, if they have ponytails or short or long hair or glasses, that was up to you. And by then you should have also labeled your friends' names, and you showed them doing something you like. Maybe it was going down the slide or running on the playground. So today is the next page, all right? Today we're gonna go over the next page. So here I have, if you can see my blank, and I have my new word, I. So I'm gonna hang it up. Okay, so today I thought very hard, what did I love about school? Well, the first thing that came to mind is I loved to do my daily center activities. Everybody see them? Can you see it? Okay, so here, let's look at some daily centers. Now some of these were not open every single day, but I wanted to put them on here to help you remember. See, so we had what? Play-Doh, computer, good. What was this? Free art, drawing. Remember we did lots of that with the stencils and making things. What was this one? Blocks, puzzles. Oh, you're right, the blocks had cars in it too. Miss Newman almost forgot. Puzzles, big and small. Legos, and Legos did have people in it and little cars as well. And this one's kind of hard to see, but do you remember what that is? That was the dollhouse. Remember we had the dollhouse option out. Down below then, this was one of my favorite. I know a lot of you really enjoyed it. This was the house center, but it changed. Remember, it had a theme, different themes that went with it. The last one we had was the farm. Remember, I built the farm up. We had the chickens and the eggs. You could pretend to feed the animals. And then we also had the vet and the pet center. Remember, you dressed up as a veterinarian. You took care of the baby animals, the kittens and the puppies, make sure they were nice and healthy. And you also had a grooming station where you got to dress them up. This was one of my favorite this year. This was the art center where we did lots of painting, right? A lot of free paint and art time. So lots of different things. The only one I didn't have a picture of, and I was kind of sad, is remember I had a science and a tactile tote. So that is something, if you wanted to draw, you could do it. So I looked at the pictures and then I thought, if I had one favorite center that I could go to every single solitary day, what would it be? Now think about that. This is the center that if you got to pick, you would want to go there every day. Look at those pictures. You only get one. What is your favorite one? Okay, you've got it in your mind? Okay, let's look out. All right, so now let's get started. In my head, I thought about it. My favorite center was I loved art. I absolutely love art. I loved it. But the thing I loved about the art was the painting. That was my favorite. Absolutely. So mom and dad, I can help you you're going to dictate to mom or dad, or you're actually ready for it. I love art and painting. Okay, so I can do that. P is for painting. How can I draw that center? Well, let's think. You are so smart. I can use shapes. That's exactly right. Just like I use the shapes to draw my friends, I can use the shapes to draw different center ideas. Look at that. So look, I used a rectangle with lines to make the puzzles. I used little square boxes, and they're not perfect. They were just free drawing, and an arc to show blocks. This one was gonna be, it looks like it was gonna be maybe dollhouse with the cars. And then look right here. What do you think? You're right. I was starting to draw what it would look like if I was gonna paint. And that's exactly right. So that's something that I did. I kind of had a little doodle sheet on there. So let's look at this. I love art and painting. So I'm gonna use my shapes and pick one favorite center. Now it can only be one. I know you had lots of other ones, but try to pick just one. And if you can't remember, Miss Newman sent home the portfolio, and everybody has a picture at their center that they chose. So lots of really cute pictures, so go back and check those out. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna make a large, like a rectangle, because it is longer. And then I'm going to put, it's gonna be like on the easel, because I did like to easel paint, so I'm gonna put 2 legs down here. And then I'm gonna put right here, I'm gonna put the pot with the paint, and there's my paintbrush, okay? And I can even put me over here, right? Here I come. I am ready to paint. I have my smock on. I am ready to go. Because Miss Newman always made sure I wore a smock, right? Because I didn't want to get paint all over me. So here I am, I'm going to go to the paint center. At the paint center, what I loved about it is I could use different colors of paint to make a picture. Okay, so if I had yellow paint, I could make a yellow sun. Could I show that I had more than one kind of paint? Absolutely, it's my book, right? So maybe I have yellow, and I'm gonna put red. Let's get my red marker. Here's red, and maybe I'm gonna actually make something like that. What do you think that's the start of? You're absolutely right. I can use all the different colors, and I can draw that I like to paint rainbows, and a lot of you did. I remember this. So you can do all the different colors, okay? So I can finish and I can add all my details. That's exactly what you're going to be doing today. I want you to think of your favorite center as your next page, okay? This is your favorite center as your part 2. Did I color on my yesterday's picture? Nope. I left that all alone because I'm done. Now I've moved on to my next page in my book, okay? So what I love to do at my favorite center is I love art and painting, and here I'm gonna finish it up and add my details. I'm gonna make sure I use shapes to help me draw my picture. I'm gonna use lots of real colors because that helps me as the reader. And then I'm also gonna use the words to label to help the reader understand. So I can put on here that this is me, me, and label it. And I can put on here the different colors I used. So we're almost halfway through with our book, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the last page. It's gonna be exciting. Can't wait to see how y'all are progressing. I know it's gonna be amazing. So think about your favorite center at school, and that's what you're gonna draw on today's writing. Bye, guys.